the English influence on the creation of the U.S. Constitution is both profound and multifaceted, with many foundational concepts of American government directly inspired by English political traditions, legal documents, and philosophical thought. The U.S. Constitution reflects the evolution of ideas that were shaped over many centuries in England, which the American colonists inherited and adapted to their own unique circumstances. One of the earliest and most significant influences was the Magna Carta of 1215. This document, signed by King John of England, is often viewed as the cornerstone of constitutional governing. While originally designed to address grievances between the monarch and the barons, the Magna Carta established principles that would later become critical to American constitutional thought. It introduced the idea that the monarch's powers were not absolute and that subjects had certain rights, particularly in relation to property and legal procedures. Concepts such as due process and the right to a fair trial, found in the Fifth and Sixth Amendments of the U.S. Constitution, are rooted deeply in the Magna Carta. And the idea that the government should be limited by law directly influenced the framers of the U.S. Constitution. The English Bill of Rights of 1689 also played a crucial role in shaping the U.S. Constitution. This document was created following the Glorious Revolution and established the supremacy of Parliament over the monarchy. It set forth a number of rights that would become central to American political thought, including the right to free speech, the right to bear arms, and protections against cruel and unusual punishment. Many of these rights were echoed in the American Bill of Rights. Another critical aspect of English influence is the structure of government. The U.S. Congress, with its bicameral legislature, mirrors the English Parliament, which is divided into the House of Commons and the House of Lords. The framers of the Constitution adopted this model to balance the representation of states with differing populations, creating the Senate, where each state has equal representation, and the House of Representatives, where representation is based on population. This structure was designed to ensure that both smaller and larger states had a voice in the new government, much like how the English Parliament tried balancing the interests of different classes in societies. English common law, which is based on precedents and judicial decisions rather than written statutes, was highly influential in the development of the American legal system. The idea that laws should be interpreted by an independent judiciary and that legal precedents should guide future decisions became cornerstones of American jurisprudence. The U.S. Constitution's establishment of a federal judiciary culminating in the Supreme Court is a reflection of this English legal tradition. English thinkers like philosopher John Locke also had a significant impact on the framers of the Constitution. Locke's ideas about natural laws, specifically life, liberty, and property, as well as his concept of the social contract in which government derives its legitimacy from the consent of the governed, were instrumental in shaping the American vision of governance. Locke's insistence that individuals have the right to overthrow a government that violates their rights helped justify the American Revolution and influence the drafting of key constitutional provisions, such as those protecting individual liberties. It's fair to say that the U.S. Constitution would not be what it is without the precedents of English tradition, from the Magna Carta to the English Bill of Rights, from common law to Locke's philosophies. The English principles and American ideals formed the foundation of the U.S. Constitution, making it a document that both reflects and diverges from its English roots.